am the Masked Trans, and you are watching me, baby. Now, before we get today's video started, I just want to give a quick what's up to my peeps and a diabolical middle finger to the creeps. You know who you are. What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I just got back from running errands. I went out to get some stuff. I'm going to make lasagna for dinner. I was thinking about vlogging that, but I just haven't quite worked out the logistics of how to film and cook at the same time. So it's likely that that will not happen. But just know it was a thought, right? I thought about y'all. I just, I'm working on it. What else did I do? I went and got myself some shawarma from one of my favorite halal places. If you have not had shawarma before from a halal place, thank me later. I always get the combo plate. And the white sauce, do not get me started on the white sauce, baby. But if you haven't had it, definitely try to find you a local halal spot and try yourself some shawarma. Life-changing. So, anyhow, I just wanted to make a quick video. Because if you haven't noticed, I like to run my mouth. I like to, you know what's so funny though? Even though I like to run my mouth here, I'm really shy in person. Can you believe that? If you met me in person, I would probably be really, really quiet. That is until you get to know me. So, anyhow, I want to talk a little bit more about this whole we spot thing. I know you're probably like, oh, girl, your ears are bleeding, you're tired of hearing about it. But every day that passes, I keep thinking more and more about that situation. You know, it's just one of those things where, you know how you have a song on loop and you start to hear things that you didn't hear before, sounds that you didn't hear before. And that's kind of how this whole we spot situation is for me. So when I first heard about it, I was like, who would do such a thing? Why would you do such a thing? It's disgusting. I can understand why women are offended, and I still feel that way. I still very much feel that way. But now that I've had a chance to grab my scalpel and sort of dissect it and get into the nuances of it, I'm telling you right now, something in the milk ain't clean. Something in the milk is not clean. And I want to say this, right, to all my black cisgendered women and non-black cisgendered women who may happen to see this video, right? I am a trans woman, but I am very much a woman and therefore an ally for cisgendered women as well. So, when you hear what I have to say, take it with a grain of salt. I don't want you to think that this is an attack on women or cisgendered women, because that's just, it's not in my spirit. So if you're over here and you already had your mind made up and you're just waiting to hear something that you don't want to hear just so you can go crazy on the keyboard, go right ahead. Go right ahead. But if you have an open mind, take a moment and just hear me out and listen to what I have to say. So let's talk, I talked previously about why it didn't make sense for me, about the trans body and how there are so many issues and so many issues and so much focus on the trans body. Like if you watch trans women in interviews, I think it was Carmen Carrera. She did an interview with, I want to say it was Katie Couric. And Katie Couric asked her about her genitalia. And you could see immediately how uncomfortable that moment made Carmen Carrera and how she deflected just because she felt like someone asking her about what was in between her legs was a complete invasion of privacy. And I say that to say, that is how most trans women feel. Now, I can't speak for every single trans woman. I can't. It's not a monolith. Some might feel different. I haven't met them, but there might be some out there who do. I know for me, when I was out today, you guys, there was a part of me that wanted to just film myself walking into the bathroom, into the women's bathroom, just going about my business, just so you could see how innocuous, how uneventful it is to have a trans woman in quote-unquote women's spaces. Right? Because there's a high probability that you've already been in spaces with trans women and you may have not known. And therefore, there was no need for a hubbub and a camera to come out and to record it, because it wasn't this monumental event that we've seen at the We Spot. So when you think about what happened at the We Spot, this person, because I'm not even calling it a trans man, trans woman, I don't know who or what was there. Okay? With all due respect, I don't know, haven't seen. But I just find it so interesting that this person caused all this commotion, made a spectacle of themselves in the women's area, and then somehow, poof, disappeared. Where you at, sir? Sir? You know, I'm getting a little silly right now, but my point being, how do you raise all of this commotion and then you get to walk out or disappear unscathed? It doesn't make any sense to me. Where did they go? I'll wait. Where did this person go? The woman who was filming this incident, why didn't she wait and have some sort of some sort of footage. I need to see footage of what this person looked like in order for this to make sense. I'm sorry, I'm flashing you guys right now. And I'm not accusing the woman who shot the footage of lying. Let me say that. Because when I listened to her, the passion and conviction in which she spoke told me that Syl was committed, and what happened to her happened to her. But what I'm saying is, I don't know if what she saw was what she saw. Bear with me here. See, for me, right, if I go into a women's locker room, a women's bathroom, what have you, it's not an ordeal. I'm there, I do my tinkle, I wash my hands. Some of y'all don't be washing your hands. Start washing your hands. I wash my hands, put on a little lotion, a little good smell, and I'm out the door, right? There's no need for me to motivate a scene and to hang around and linger. Because I'm not attracted to women. I mean, do I recognize a beautiful woman when I see one? Absolutely, but that's just me recognizing beautiful. I know a beautiful car if I saw one, but I don't want to sleep with it. I know a beautiful piece of art if I saw it, but I don't want to sleep with it. So I just have zero sexual attraction to women. And I think that most trans women probably fall into that boat. Now, there are some heterosexual trans women and some lesbian trans women, meaning that they identify as trans, and that's because gender identity and sexual orientation are mutually exclusive, right? So you can be transgendered, but still have an attraction to women. Those two things aren't necessarily mutually exclusive, but I would say that is probably the smaller percentage of trans women. Just saying. So when I go into a bathroom, I do my due, and I think like I was saying earlier, this is true of most trans women. We're not there to ogle women. Now, and if I went into a man's bathroom, what do I want to look at somebody peeing for? What do I want to look at somebody sitting on the toilet for? There's nothing sexy about that. Okay? Nothing. In fact, I'm probably going to be like this, like, nose plugged, eyes covered. I don't want to see it. So this whole wee spot thing is making me think, why would someone go through those lengths to get that sort of reaction? Is this an authentic situation, or is this gaslighting? Is it? Now, I'm going to put something out here in the ether for you guys. If you have been watching the last two presidential elections, the 2016 and the 2020, you will know that the Black female vote is coveted at this point. They want that vote. The left wants it, the right wants it. But the left, for the most part, already has it. The right does not. So who might be incentivized to gaslight, to weaponize transphobia? Who? Y'all see him? Y'all see him? That's the only thing that can make sense to me at this point. Someone is trying to use transphobia to galvanize Black women voters, to weaponize Black women voters by using transphobia. And I can tell you, it's an irrational fear. Trans women are not out to hurt women. Trans women aren't out to hurt children. It's just not the way that most trans women are. And when I say trans women are not, please keep in mind that I'm speaking in general terms. Could there be a trans woman who is a predator? Absolutely. Anyone can be a predator. A woman, a man, a priest, a reverend, a doctor. These doctors, dentists be, sometimes sedating women and having their way with them while you passed out, in the dentist chair. So anyone could potentially be a predator. But we're not going to say that we don't want dentists anymore. I don't want to go to the dentist's office anymore because this dentist assaulted this patient. So for me, this sort of broad sweeping disdain that's aimed towards trans women just seems a little bit like, shall we say, trans profiling, okay? So take a moment to think about that. I think I just heard my baby come in the front door. He's home for lunch, so I'm gonna go spend some time with you guys. I will probably try to pick up this video at a later date and time, just because I'm sure there's some things that I left out, but because he's home, he been gone all day. Now here he goes. As soon as I make a video, I want to show up at the front door. Baby, is that you? Baby? Okay, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe he ain't here. I know he told me he was coming home for lunch, but as I was saying, I really feel like there may be this transgender. Hashtag transgender, this anti-transgender. You know, trans people have been making strides in terms of normalizing their existence in society. And there are some people out there who this is going to rub the wrong way. They don't want to see it happen. And they're going to do everything that they possibly can to stop it. We've seen gay marriage. I remember when before gay marriage was legalized, you know, people were losing their minds. Oh, this is him, you guys. So I'll pick up this video from gay marriage. My baby's here. So bear with me here. Well, don't bear with me. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And as always, why be better when you can be better? I'm the Mass Trans. I'll talk to you guys again in my next video. Mwah.